Today I will discuss the Sumner's test. So we know open circuit test and short circuit test on the single phase transformers. There the open circuit test we conduct separately, and that will give the core loss, and then we conduct the short circuit test and that gives the full load copper loss. So means for one transformer we are conducting two tests to know the core loss and copper loss. But in Sumner's test it is a different story. Here we take the two identical transformers and we do only one test, that is single test on both the transformers to know the core loss and full load copper loss at once. This is the major advantage. Similarly, so in the previous methods, that is individual OC test and SC test, we do not know what is the temperature rise. But whereas here, we can find out what is the temperature rise also. And the other thing is, in the Sumner's test, one transformer acts as load to the other transformer to pass the rated current through their secondary windings. And this test can be used for finding the equivalent circuit of each transformer. And also, this test can also be used for getting the voltage regulation at any given power factor under any load conditions. Similarly, we can also find efficiency of the individual transformer at any desired load and power factor. So now coming to the experimental setup or the circuit is like this. Here, this is one transformer, this is another transformer. So for this transformer, the primary is this. For this transformer, the primary is this. And this is secondary of one transformer, this is the secondary of another transformer. So if you look closely, primary windings are LV windings, means low voltage windings or low voltage rating windings. They are connected in parallel, and that parallel connection is connected across the AC supply via a voltmeter, ammeter and a wattmeter like this. So then here we have the secondary windings and they are connected in series like this. So their connection should be in series opposition, and these windings will be connected to the low value AC voltage, variable voltage through voltmeter, ammeter and a wattmeter. And coming to the procedure, so what we do is first we apply the rated voltage to the primary winding and keeping the secondary winding open, means these windings are not excited by the secondary side voltage source. Then if you find the voltmeter reading V2 is non-zero, means showing some value, in that case what we do is we interchange these connections, means so we connect instead of connecting T4 like this, we connect this T4 here, means that T4 T1 will become in series, whereas this T3 will come here, means T3 will go to the supply. So in that case automatically these turns will become in series opposition. So when we apply the rated voltage to the primary side and the secondary windings are in series opposition, then the voltmeter V2 shows zero reading. That means they have the in phase opposition. Means this voltage induced in this and the voltage induced in this are same in magnitude, but their polarities are in opposite direction. So then once we get that condition, we have a small variable supply, means it is a auto transformer. Then we change this voltage in such a way that this ammeter reads a rated current of the HV winding, means secondary winding of the transformers. Then we note down the wattmeter reading here, the ammeter reading here, and voltmeter reading here. This wattmeter reading W1 shows the core loss of both the transformers, and this ammeter A1 measures the current as 2I0, which is no load current of both the transformers. For individual transformers means 2I0 by 2 means I0. And this V1 is nothing but rated voltage, that is equal to the low voltage LV side winding voltage rating. And this secondary side, this W2 is nothing but the copper loss for both the transformers, and this ammeter shows the rated secondary current, means HV winding rated current will flow here, and the voltmeter will show the whatever voltage we applied, that voltage will be shown here. This voltage is normally less value. Then once we know all these readings, we can calculate what is the individual transformer no load current, what is the applied voltage to the primary, and what is the core loss of each transformer. Similarly, what is the copper loss of each transformer at full load condition. And this ammeter shows the full load rated current of the secondary of the transformer. And this V2 represents the applied voltage under short circuit conditions. So short circuit conditions means the voltage induced in this, the voltage induced in this is equal and they are opposite. Means the net voltage across this will be 0, but whereas the applied voltage from the supply will be read by this voltmeter. So then, going to the calculations, that is applied voltage to the primary side as we have seen is V1, and primary current for both the transformers put together is 2I0. For individual transformers, the no load current or primary current will become I0. And core loss of both the transformers is measured as W1. Core loss of each transformer is half into W1, means W1 by 2. And the applied voltage to the secondary side at full load is V2, and the secondary rated current is IFL, or this is also called full load rated current on secondary side. Then copper loss of both the transformers, as we have seen, is equal to W2. And coming to the copper loss of individual transformer or each transformer will become W2 by 2. So having known the copper loss and the iron loss of each transformer and the full load current of the transformer and the applied voltage on the secondary side and the applied voltage on the primary side and the no load current drawn by each transformer, now we can calculate what is the efficiency of the individual transformer or each transformer at full load condition. So let the output kVA of each transformer be P0. So then total losses of each transformer under full load conditions we represent as P suffix LF, that is equal to, so we know core loss of each transformer is W1 by 2 plus copper loss of each transformer at full load is W2 by 2 So we know the total loss and we know the what is the output power, and also we are calculating this efficiency at a power factor called cos phi. So the output is nothing but Vi cos phi form. So this Vi is nothing but kVA, that is P naught, because the W1 and W2 are in watts. So we have to convert this P naught in watts. So we have to multiply with 1000 into cos phi into 100. This 100 is used to get the percentage of efficiency. So divided by output plus total losses. So output is means same we repeat, that is P naught into 1000 into cos phi plus PLF. So then we get the efficiency of each transformer at full load condition. Suppose we want to know the efficiency of the each transformer at a half full load, means half load. So in that case, we know the kVA rating of each transformer that is mentioned, that is the P naught. Then the output of kVA of each transformer at half full load, it becomes 1 by 2 into P naught, means P naught by 2 will become. So then copper loss of each transformer at half full load will become 1 by 2 whole square into full load copper loss of each transformer. So full load copper loss of each transformer, then copper loss of each transformer at half full load will become 1 by 2 whole square into the full load copper loss, that is W2 by 2. And core loss of each transformer, we already know that it is W1 by 2. W1 indicates the core loss of two transformers, or means both transformers. Similarly, W2 represents the copper loss of two transformers put together. But whereas individual transformer means it will become W2 by 2. That is full load copper loss of individual transformer. But a half full load means it will become 1 by 2 whole square into that individual full load copper loss. So once we simplify this, so we get the full load copper, the full load condition power loss we represent as PLHF is equal to 1 by 2 W1, that is core loss of each transformer, which does not change with the load condition, plus copper loss at half full load, that is 1 by 2 whole square means 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 means 1 by 8 into W2. So both the things we represent with PLHF. So now we can calculate what is the efficiency of the transformer. Now we can calculate efficiency at half full load like this. So we know what is the output power at half full load, and power factor is cos phi, that P naught by 2, that is half full load, into, so to express this in watts we multiply with 1000, because P naught in kVA, so we have to cover that and convert into watts. So into 1000 into power factor, operating power factor is mentioned as cos phi, so we put it there. So once we write this means this whole output power will become power in watts, and multiply with 100 to get the efficiency in percentage. Then divide it by output plus total losses at half full load. So at half full load, the total power loss is given by PLHF, that is also equal to 1 by 2 W1 plus 1 by 8 W2. So we get that whole thing like this, PLHF. So then we get the total efficiency in percentage. So if you want to know the equivalent circuit, we can calculate the equivalent circuit of the transformer also using the the voltmeter reading and ammeter readings of both the sides, that is primary side and secondary side. So here the topic is restricted to efficiency of the transformer. The major disadvantage with this method is identifying or finding the two identical transformers, which is practically very difficult. But once we find it, it is very easy to find the temperature rise of individual transformer, and also it is a one-time test by which we can calculate what is the core loss and what is the iron loss of each transformer.